Yo, what's going on guys? JBH here and welcome back to iRacing, where today we are competing in the Verizon Indycar Series. We're doing something a little bit different. Usually I don't really do these like one-off series races, but it's a brand new IR18, which I've been waiting ages for iRacing to come out with a brand new IndyCar, and they've finally done it. So we are competing in the broadcast race. So this is streamed live on iRacing Live or RaceBot. You probably can go and see the replay of it on their channel. But we are in top split. We are car number 6, and we are currently about to go out and set a qualifying time. Now, I have been decent in practice or midweek, definitely not the fastest. I think there's definitely a couple of guys in here that'll be quite a bit quicker than us. There's a couple of guys that run the IndyCar week in, week out. So we'll do our best. This is my first ever IndyCar race that is sort of been in like a high strength of field like this, especially in the new car anyway. This is the first actual road course race in the new IndyCar. So without any further ado, we'll go straight out, see what sort of lap time we can put down, and hopefully we'll be able to put something on the board that's going to get us somewhere up the field, because I mean, these IndyCars, it's basically all about qualifying, especially on this track with no passing spots at all. Alright, here we go. Come on baby, show me the money. So before we get into this one, I just want to say a big shout out to Sai Andra and the whole Wyvern Racing Team. They sort of provided me with this setup that I got on now. I tweaked it back and forth a little bit, but 90% of the work came from Sai and the guys, so thanks to them. We're only a small group, but we'll see how we can go up against some of the big IndyCar drivers here on iRacing today. I actually have my teammate Giuliano in this race, so we'll look out for him. Yeah, we just need to get this lap down as good as we can. Really don't want to be starting somewhere near the back. Alright, here we go. Lap 1. Underdrove there, damn it. The most part of the lap was pretty darn perfect. We'll give it one more go. 105.9, that's good. Ah, damn it. Ah, yeah, definitely fucked this one up. Alright, so we are 5th so far. It's not bad. It could have been better. Definitely lost a little bit of time in that last sector. I think maybe session best lap could have been an 8. Yeah, so we could have gone, well, we could have gained 1 position, but to be honest, I think I'd rather be starting on the inside here. So, number 6 car qualified 5th. Damn, that 17 guy came out of nowhere. I didn't think he was going to be that quick today, but for the most part, that is an awesome run. Alright, 1 minute, and then we'll be on the grid and away. Put the race setup on. Alright, let's get grooving. So this race is pretty much all down to sort of followed, well, to be honest, I haven't raced a race with this high strength of field, so it should be interesting, but for the most part, it's just going to be down to whoever can keep it on the track the longest. We're only 2-3 tenths off the leader, and I feel like we could probably, well, I mean, it's just going to be down to consistency, really. There's a couple of guys behind us that I think will challenge us throughout the race. It's pretty close. I mean, there's a second between almost 1st and 13th, so that is quite impressive. That is a really close field, and there's 2 drivers down the bottom there that probably could have been inside the top 10 as well. Alright, here we go. First ever IndyCar race in the brand new car. Well, I lie, I did do one sort of race midweek, but there was like 11 people in the race and we lapped the whole field, so it didn't really count. But this is the first sort of... I'm on a G29. I don't see what the G27 is. What all the freaking NASCAR iRacing Series guys use. Well, the Pro Series. Just gonna let the timer run down a little bit more. I don't want to sit on the grid, heating the engine up and burning fuel and whatnot. I just make sure that. What was I going to do? That's right. I just want to make sure that's 58. Definitely tends to heat up here. I'm not sure if we're going to... I mean, it's only 70 degrees outside, so it's not that hot, but don't want to start overheating midway through the race. Alright, may as well sit her on the grid now. Here we go. So just making sure all the back end is running. Alright, here we go. So we're going to take full tyres and fuel on the stop. I mean, you could sort of shortcut it, but to be honest, I just want to get to the end without having to worry about not using push to pass, etc, etc. So let's start that on high. Just desperately don't want to put it in the fence. I haven't really run behind cars in a pack yet, so turn that engine down. Don't want to use any fuel. Should have really done that while I was stationary. That was a mistake. Just lift and coast here for a bit. Every last second in the pits counts, so we don't want to use up any extra fuel on this out lap, or warm-up lap I should say. It's just whether or not we can get through turn 1. I feel like there's going to be a massive mess in turn 1. And if there is, we're probably going to be one of the first ones to greet it. Come on. But I was pretty impressed with that lap. We definitely nailed the first sort of sector and second sector. Just left a little bit of time on the second to last corner, but we're within the ballpark. I was worried we weren't going to be sort of within range, but we're sort of within range. Fuck, man, this is such a steep hill. I have raced here in real life, actually. I raced here in the Pro Mazda category, which is sort of like the second level down from IndyCar. Definitely nowhere near as quick or as much downforce or even as much power as these things, but around here you don't need much power to shit yourself. It is fucking fast. Alright, here we go. The map back down. Let's get racing, boys! Woohoo! Oh, I'm so excited, I'm gonna die. Fuck me. Like, I'm gonna die because I'm gonna crash and die. Ah. It's alright. We're underway. I knew this was gonna happen. Oh. He made it. Oh, now he's freaking all over the spot. Oh, aero understeer, fucking hell. That was horrible. Oh, big wreck. Alright, we're up into fourth now, that helps. God damn it. Just lock the rears up. Oh man, bent steering and a bent rear wing. This is not fun. Oh, what? That's bullshit. this thing's getting really loose on me, come on. Oh, this thing is so ridiculously loose now. Oh my gosh, how am I going to survive the rest of this one? Just gonna have to go super gentle until the pit stop and take some of that front wing out. Come on, Joseph, fuck's sake. we could just make it to the frickin' finish at this rate with this car, I think it will be a pretty good finish considering. Fuck me dead. I'm literally going like a second slower just to keep this car on the track. Alright, let's get some of this damage fixed for fuck's sake. Can't believe I did this. I just locked up the rears. I thought he was going to squeeze me in the corner, so I panicked. Damn it, Joseph. Optional repairs. Can't take it, I'll lose too much time. Oh wait, I have to take it. Why do I have to take it? Thank you. Alright, now we got new tyres on, I can start to feel the car slightly better with that wing change. That we must have just had some rear downforce taken away from us with that hit. Come on, Joseph.
Oh, come on! Fucking iRacing, that's the third time I've had that. That was not a cut track, my god, I just got slightly on the dirt. Gained so much time out of it. Alright, 4 laps to go, 3 laps to go. I don't know how, but we're still managing to keep up with the leader even with a damaged car. Last lap of the race was the quickest lap of the race, even with that damage. Oh my gosh, sorry I didn't speak much, guys. I am just so brain fucked right now. I was concentrating so hard there. I mean, this car was so hard to control once we got that damage. Taking that wing out definitely helped at the stop, but yeah, I fucked up. I just screwed up, went for the move to get into the podium and then ran out of talent. I mean, I don't think it was the wrong move. I definitely made the right move. I just screwed up. I mean, this is everyone's first race on a road course in this new car, but this is my actual first race, like proper race in an Indy car. Well, yeah, with a high strength of field and everyone who knows how to drive. So, yeah, it wasn't easy, but congratulations to Henry Bennett. He's definitely the fastest on the day. I felt like it was like a what could have been race. Like, we definitely had some pace there. I was taking it quite easy on those first few laps. I felt like maybe if we got in front of that guy in third and made it stick, we may have been able to chase down second and maybe even the leader. I mean, we're keeping up with the leader with all this damage. I don't know if he was fuel saving or just taking it easy, or maybe even had damage, but I felt like that was pretty impressive. I mean, I'll take it, but yeah, I don't know why we were held so much at the stop. We were held for ages at the stop. I mean, it said no required repairs, so I thought we were going to be let go straight away, but it held us there for ages. So I don't know what that was all about, but we'll take 6th. We qualified 6th, finished 6th, qualified 5th, sorry, and then finished 6th. So that's a loss of 1 position, and considering we have damage, I'm going to go out and inspect the damage, I should say. See how bad it is. Because, yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like much, but the steering wheel being bent in this like car is just ridiculous. I mean, it's not bent by much, but it definitely got fixed a little bit at the stop. Alright, so here is the start. Once again, we managed to, as I said, qualify on the inside row, which I thought was going to be a pretty good thing. Yeah, unfortunately just had to check up for too many people and lost too many positions. As you can see, the leader actually ended up spinning here. So we dropped in behind I think we're in 6th or 7th right about now. Actually, old mate was having some connection problems. So that was the most part of the first lap. So we survived. And we'll just jump ahead to the incident that actually gained us a couple of positions. So this is where it all came unstuck for, I think, 3 cars in front of us. One sort of chopped down, and then the other one sort of... It looked sort of like netcode, to be honest, but definitely could have made some more out of that sort of corner. But yeah, for the most part, this helped us get up to 4th, and now it was just a matter of chasing down the leaders. Alright, so this is where it all came unstuck. Now, at this point, I'm on the push to pass. I knew I needed to make the move here, or else I was never going to get it done. The move itself wasn't too bad, but unfortunately I just locked the rears too much, and I had it saved. But unfortunately I could never get back to the throttle. So right here, I'm actually just slightly got too much steering lock for the amount of brake that I had in or inputted, and then here a complete opposite lock, and I saved it, but I knew that the rear still wasn't gripped into the track yet. As you can see, it sort of slid again, and this is where we took the hit from behind. The problem is if I'd got to the back to the throttle to try and stop from sort of getting clobbered from behind, I would have just spun out in front of like the whole field anyway. So there was really nothing I could do. So this is from the guy behind's view. So you'll see me coming full crazy. So it's this sort of like it looked. I thought at this point he was actually going to go for the corner, and it's sort of where my brain shit itself and decided, oh crap, we need to lock, we need to lock her down. But I mean, it was no one's fault. It was just a racing incident. I just made the mistake of getting too much rear brake in, and then here I don't know how I saved this from spinning around. And I mean that is full sideways. At this point, I think he thought I was going to accelerate out of the corner, but I still had no traction at this point. You can still see my rear tires are still spinning, so I guess he just thought I was going to accelerate out the corner, and I never got back to the throttle in time. So yeah, it's a bit of a unlucky thing, but that basically cost us the podium right there. It was my fault in the end. I just pulled the biggest slide job of all time, which in an IndyCar doesn't quite work. So round 2 is at Sebring. We'll be looking forward to that one. It'll be a little bit more bumpy than here. I mean, Sebring is just a horrible track for bumps. You know, it really throws the car around quite a lot. So we'll be looking to hopefully get a decent setup on this IR18. I'm not going to do any of the ovals this season. I'm only going to do the road courses. So I think Sebring is in 2 weeks' time. So we'll be looking forward to that one. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. Definitely stay tuned as we head over to F1 2017 for the Australian Grand Prix this weekend. We're going to kick off that series. That should be a lot of fun.
But yeah, for the most part, thanks for tuning in, and I will catch you guys next time.